Hey guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Who says that? You know who says good afternoon? The same people who calls pants slacks. And the same people who, instead of saying you want to get a drink, they're like, do you want to get a cocktail? Those are the people that say good afternoon. My apologies. Who says my apologies? I'm sorry. Anyway, how you doing? It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. Is it Monday? It's Tuesday.
It's a day.
It's a day. It's one of the seven.
Somewhere.
It's one of the seven. It's Tuesday somewhere, probably. And my head is a little bit because I feel like I'm defined by my children. But you squeeze 2 watermelons out of your vaginas, and then you tell me if you're not defined by those kids. My 2-year-old started a new camp. I was tiger mom bullied, and I don't like to use that word at all, but I was influenced by some of the other moms who were sending their kids to a camp that had a little more curriculum than just a regular, like, run outside and play. Let's keep in mind my child is 2. So this is more of like a reading program, and there's like more of a classroom setting, and there's a reading list, summer reading list. There may even be homework. Now mind you, I put the backpack on this child and she almost tipped over, just to give you an idea of how small she was. And we had some logistic issues getting to this place, which if you're from New York City, was all the way on the Upper West Side, and I'm not near there. And Stephanie was not around this morning, so I had to schlep her, and we went with the baby and our amazing nanny, who's fantastic because she needed to know where we were going. Anyway, we all piled onto the bus and we headed all the way uptown, and the little one in her head was like, this isn't going to work for me, and made sure everyone on the bus knew about it. So she threw a temper tantrum. I turned around, Harper was like taking her pants off. I was like, I can't. So I'm a little distracted, and I'm not picking up Harper from camp today because Stephanie is. So I forced Stephanie to leave work early so she can get there like a half hour early on the off chance Harper needed anything. So as we came on, I was mildly distracted because Stephanie texted that it is a half hour before camp ends and she's leaving to go pick her up because of anal mother number 1. Yeah. The faces aren't helping me, Lance.
Well, I was just nervous.
It's like you're
that
taking
we were
her
gonna
side.
No, I thought we were, based on the original plan, there was a chance that you made up.
Yes,
so I was
the original plan was...
So I was getting
yeah,
nervous that we were going to
know.
have to take the show on the road.
So Stephanie couldn't pick up Harper. We were going to have to... I was going to have to pick up Lance, literally, like, carry him, like, here or here, and head on the bus and head uptown.
Since I'm so much lighter now, it would have been such a problem.
Lance lost about 30 pounds because you read 35 pounds reading an amazing book. What a great read.
Yes.
My book, Thinner and 30. Not thinner at 30, which a lot of people think once they're not 30
thinner
anymore.
at 52.
Lance is thinner at 52. Yeah. Anyway, that's where my head is. But my head was this weekend. We had a lovely weekend up in Tanglewood, Massachusetts. But the weekend got lost because, I mean, fill in the blanks. It's the way I start every show. Driving back. All of a sudden, we're in the back seat. Harper starts laughing and she's in a great mood, and then Quinny starts laughing and she's in a great mood, and then Quinny basically threw up.
How we start every show.
This is how we start every show, with a story about my 16-month-old throwing up in the car and running out of gas. It's like a comedy. The whole thing is like a circus. Like, you have a child that gets car sick, and there's no... I mean, at the time, you're basically always on the brink of divorce, is what I like to say, because no matter what happens, no matter where you are, once your child throws up, you look at your partner, this person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and you're like, why did you do X, Y, Z? You know, why didn't you take the left instead of the right? How come you went so fast around that turn? That's what did it. If you were going the speed limit, it wouldn't have done this. Who gave her the cracker? It doesn't even matter what it is. The point is, somebody jerked the car enough to make this child throw up. I'm not even going to tell you who was driving at the time. But it was the usual. Strip her down, pour water all over her, she's in her diaper, run the side of the road. We're in some town I've never heard of before. This happens every week. So we are never leaving again, is what I've decided. We're just going to kind of lay low. But it's easy now. Stephanie's getting ready to go to Rio for a little Olympic action. She'll be gone for a month, whereby I'm going to take a little staycation with the children to a place called their apartment. It's gonna be awesome. If we go anywhere, it'll be in a vehicle called the stroller. And if it's for a long distance, the distance will be comprised of a city block. So now that we've got that straight away, we can move forward with the rest of our summer. Actually, before that, Stephanie is going to the RNC. I'm supposed to run in this big Spartan race on Sunday, and Steph's supposed to run with me, and now she can't. So if there's anyone out
What's
there,
the errands?
the Republican National Convention.
Oh.
That would be in Cleveland, Ohio, and because there's been a lot of heated protests, you take the temperature of the country right now, it's a little bit on, I would say shaky ground right now. Tempers have been flared, we're all in a very sort of precarious position wondering what's going to happen next, and we never know. That being said, Stephanie, who does a lot of investigative reporting, is going to head there, and she's on guard. She's just on sort of watch to make sure that everything is safe and everything's good. But more importantly than that, I have lost a Spartan race partner. when you really kind of get down to it. So if anybody would like to run the race with me this Sunday, I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking to win. I'm not looking to shed records. I'm not looking to impress anybody. I'm just looking for someone to run next to me.
Where is it?
Maybe. It's in a lovely ski town called Palmerton, Pennsylvania. Come to my house. I will drive you up there. You will run next to me.
Get thrown up on.
You'll get thrown up on by my 16-month-old. It'll be amazing. We'll probably fight and get divorced. And then run 5 miles up a ski hill. I'll take some pictures. I'll post all over my social. And then we'll come back. Whereby, ... yada, yada, yada. You'll probably throw up again. And then we'll come back. Anyway, so never a dull moment. NADM is what I like to say. But other than that, things are just lovely and peachy. It is a lovely day here in New York City. It's not raining. It's not 105 degrees. By mistake, I went down to Florida last week. And
we have somebody named Adolf Hitler saying that Donald Trump is gay. So
is what?
Is gay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm actually, thank you for watching, but I'm not going to dignify that with any sort of response. I'm just going to have some club soda and move right along. Is anyone saying anything else by any chance?
That's the only comment.
That's the only comment. Brilliant. It's fantastic. Anyway, that's my week right now. And I'd like to see how my child does, so I'm waiting for a text. And the text is either going to be, she was amazing, and she's reading, even though she's 2, or she didn't do so well. What is that?
That means there are a lot of people in the room, so you might want to keep on going.
Okay. I've literally run out of.
Do you run out of things to say?
I never run out of things to say. I can talk forever. I right now I'm a little mumble jumbled because am I the only parent whose kids want to wake up at 4 in the morning? I don't understand. Am I the only parents who don't have enough caffeine in the little packs of coffee that go into the thing that make you want to speak?
Actually, what about caffeine with the diet?
I have no problem with caffeine.
Caffeine coffee is good?
I have no problem with caffeine. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have more than, 2-3 cups of caffeinated beverage a day.
Oh.
Yeah, but, mix it up. Throw in some decaf. But I was never a coffee drinker. I never even knew what coffee was. I didn't like coffee. It was always for grown-ups. And then I got to NBC, and everything happens at Starbucks. Everything. Every meeting, every secret, every rendezvous, every affair. I don't even know what that was about. Everything happens at Starbucks. And guess who was odd woman out? This woman right here. So I had to get on board. So I was on a story in Detroit with a producer of mine, and I said, this is going to end right now. We went to the front. There was no one online. I ordered about 17 drinks. I paid for all of them. And I said, I'm going to figure out what I can drink, what I like, because I didn't think I liked the taste of coffee. And it turned out, at the time, I liked a skinny vanilla latte, which is a lot of sugar-free and skim milk. My producer?
No, the skinny-free.
Oh, the skinny vanilla latte. It was a non-fat grande hot skinny vanilla latte with a pump, or I don't know. It had like 16 words to it. I had to memorize it. I walked around with a card. Anyway, over time, I have since taken all the fake sugars and all that stuff out, and I'm able to do coffee with some milk and a little sugar. Hold on a second. I'm going to pat myself on the back. But I have no problem with caffeine as a dietary restriction in any way. If anything, it gives you a little jolt, I think, before a workout. Say, for example, you're running a Spartan race Sunday with TBD. A cup of coffee right before the race is good, Just do it. Get all that caffeine in there. Okay, so we have an interesting show today. We have a couple cool people who I haven't met before. A couple people who have voices that are better than mine, and some fitness people. So let's talk about anything you want to talk about fitness related, like what's working for you, what's not working for you. Are you losing weight? Are you not losing weight? Do you want to? Do you just want to get healthy? I read an article in the paper this morning that adults are now being diagnosed, I don't know if you would use that term, with type 1 diabetes, which is the type of diabetes you usually get at small children, where your body has a hard time processing the sugar. Usually you don't get that as adults.
What are they attributed to?
They don't know, actually. They don't know. I think they said, right now there's really nothing that they can pinpoint. And it wasn't a lot of people, but there are sort of a number of cases, so it's kind of leaving some question marks. Anyway, that being said, if you want to talk about your diet or your fitness or your regimen or getting certified or being a trainer, or me or you, I'm happy to cover any and all of those topics when my two friends show up.
Who are stuck in traffic.
Who are what?
Stuck in traffic, never again.
Who are stuck in traffic. So it might just be me.
And we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, let's take a little break and we'll come back. I'll think of more things to say. I always do.
All right.